All right, and welcome back to another awesome edition of Shadow City Mysteries House of Skye, episode 27. And we have a partial family tonight, but still we will be up to hijinks and shenanigans and everything else as per usual, just in less numbers, hopefully. So before we start, let's see who is joining us this evening. So, Mandy.
Hello, I'm Mandy. I play Raven, an infiltrator from the East End. Hi.
All right. Hi. And Matthew Bell.
Hey, I'm Matthew Bell. I'm playing Farunk Turn, a face, a lawyer, and a Society of Ravens polo aficionado.
And that's not all. And Matt Walsh.
Hey everyone, Matt Walsh. I'm playing Ignatius Ibeson. He's a savant. He's with the Cult of Tenebris, and he wears sunglasses so you don't know he's avoiding eye contact.
It's true. Never see his eyes. All right, and let's give a quick shout out to those folks behind the scenes that help keep things running. Game design and writing, Stephen Chaney and Brandon Stoddard. Tarot design and additional writing, Rabbit Stoddard. Character design, Adam Schubert. Tarot and symbol design, Luana Zara. Graphic and UI design, Flora Ciartino of the Wanderer's Tome. I am Christopher Mifsud, Game Master, and your host this evening. And for those that are joining us for that super secret special code for the week, for Idol Champions, it is Kanong Alki Clue. It is also pinned in the Twitch chat, and it's scrolling down here on the bottom. So it's Kanong Alki Clue. Thank you so much for joining and picking up your code if you're picking it up. Otherwise, just use exclamation mark a code, and you will get your code, which I'll just leave running down here at the bottom. So again, if you're, thank you, Fuel, for kicking that up for us. So there you go. It's there, and it's everywhere. All right. So when last we left the family, they were Saturday morning and doing some things in the Saturday morning. But then somehow the family got distracted and some of them went off and did other things, as it looks to be. So the plan was originally they had two options for Saturday and Sunday afternoon. Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoon, they could go see Dr. Swan, or they could go to the Clockwork Warehouse. The family had decided to go see Dr. Swan, and so I cognizantly believe we will be going to Dr. Swan, but Frank was up to some stuff while he was gone or not on screen. So let's catch up with him first and see what he would have been doing. So you missed your Friday evening and your Saturday morning. So what would you have done Friday evening or Saturday morning, Frank?
Well, Friday evening obviously was spent at the Brass Rose. Now that I'm a regular there, I was finally needed to get over there, like for some actual live performances on a happening night. So I think Frank would have spent a little time over there. I'm not sure if anybody would have joined him or not, but
We'll know because
they all were doing other things.
so you're solo with it, but that's true. Are you going to be pursuing your personal?
Might as well. I mean, nothing like throwing out business cards to random people at a bar on a Friday night.
That sounds about right. So yeah, how would you give me persuasion, deception, or intimidation, or insight, and you can swap out deception or intimidation for a second persuasion roll that you so choose.
All right. Well, we'll start with some persuasion because you never know who might be sitting at the bar, a little down on their luck, not sure where to go to, not sure what they're doing. Oh, it's only a 13.
So nobody's particularly persuaded or listening to you while you're at the bar. They're all too busy with the entertainment and other things that are going on.
And then, I could kind of talk to some people and say, well, if you didn't know, there's a bright young lawyer in town who's, the kind of guy you need to have on your side. We'll do a little deception. Oh, that's a 22.
Okay. Is it? That's not a natural 20, though, right?
No.
Yeah.
A dirty
Okay.
20, dirty 22, as you
Yeah.
would say.
Yeah. So people listen to you tell your yarn out of things.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And while I think I could drop another persuasion here, and it would be my most effective thing, for your sake, Chris, I'm going to do intimidation.
I love intimidation for a
Ooh,
lawyer at a
19.
bar. 19. That is a success.
You don't know. Like, it could go down tomorrow, and you're going to wish you had this business card in your pocket. So don't lose it.
No, I believe it. They believe it. I mean, there's been enough not uprising, but disturbances from the local state police that have
Exactly.
caused people to be a little weary lately. So
They know.
definitely they know.
They know what's going on.
So
All right, so
give
that's
me
an 8 and a +1. So a 9.
an 8. How'd you get an 8?
2d6?
Oh, 2d6 total. Yeah, but it's +1 for each.
Oh, so a 10.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. That makes sense. Okay. So moving up, I don't actually have your current total, but it's up to 100. You only started that recently, so you're
No, it's
making your way.
it's a long way off. And then if we want to keep that rolling, Saturday morning I was going to, work on the old wax cylinder.
Ye old wax cylinder of your.
It was our first official lead, all the way back day one. There's this lead just sitting there in a drawer that we had to jimmy
in a
rig
drawer
on.
that needs to be fixed by someone with amazing making skills, and so they got the lawyer to do it. So,
Yep.
What is the what do we got? So your first one would be intelligence or wisdom, proficiency with your tools. Roll.
Right. We'll go with a wisdom. Ooh, a natural 20, 24.
All right, that's rocking. And then
now
dexterity
what
or strength for your second one.
Definitely dexterity. Ooh, that's only an 8.
Okay. And then constitution to see if you can keep doing this.
It's so tough. Oh, that's a natural 1. I do not have a very high constitution. I'm easily distracted. Like, I got some good tunes going here in the workshop, and I was dancing maybe a little
bit while you're working on it. Getting it. Think about the ponies. It's always disastrous.
Well, there's a big match today. The Seretta Kestrels are I think they're taking on the Swallowtails.
Swallowtails, there you go.
That's who they got this week.
So give me 2d6.
That's a 9.
9. All right. Wax cylinder. Okay, only a little bit more ways to go.
Only a little bit more ways to go.
But you made it through the first.
It's going to give you the address of the warehouse when it's done. It's going to be like, the warehouse is that.
Probably. Like,
I would never do
MG
that.
wears a fancy dress.
So true. So true. As well, you're giving away all the secrets now. So as you finish up that, you get a call from call out. Mr. Admire calling the family to the front, and Hans is there, and he's like, "All right, I'm ready to take you all to the doctor's office." And looks around. Well, are we doing this?
I think Brother Kastai is otherwise under the weather. But we can go talk to. Do we know what he wanted to ask? Ignatus, Raven,
I don't know
you
specifically. I have my own set of questions, but
okay.
We have our set, but his was more their like religious connotation, crazy stuff, and no, we don't know about that.
I mean, you do, but just from the other side, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go interview a doctor about some mysterious illnesses that we know nothing about.
This is going to be
Alright.
useful.
So you, Mr. Edmeyer hands Hans an address. She's like, "This is the address that they gave us on the phone from his secretary." So I was like, "Oh, that's not too far." So he loads up in the car, the Hansmobile. You all load up in the Hansmobile as well, and you take your ride into the city actually itself. And then into the city, there is a very nice, not warehouse. It's a business, but that's kind of both commercial and I wouldn't say residential. It's a commercial building, and it has no real markings on it, but numbers on it. So you're dropped off, and Hans says, "Oh, I'll wait here." And the door just simply says like office, like it's very nondescript with just the number of the address you were given. So how would you like to approach said building?
I would feel remiss.
It's Saturday, but there's still cars parked out in front. Then there's trucks and so forth, and it's on a busy enough road that there is, traffic through and through. So it's not like in a middle of nowhere secluded thing.
Still, the last time that we came anywhere near this particular Dr. Swan, it wasn't a happy thing. Should we bring weapons?
Oh, absolutely.
Never leave home without them.
Okay, I do a lot actually.
That was not a question.
Well, I don't have mine, but you know what? Let's just hope it's just a nice conversation.
You should always ask that question before we leave the house if you're wondering it. Just say.
Yeah, I felt like Dreadmire was kind of shishinish, and man, she scares me sometimes. Like when I was a kid, she would crack down on us. So usually when she's like, "Go," I'm like, "Okay," and But all right, who's gonna do the talking? Ignatius?
That is probably not a good idea.
Not it.
Okay. All right, let's go talk to the doctor.
All right.
So as you enter the office door, you open it. There's a little waiting area, and there's a secretary behind the desk. However, the secretary is an Automaton. You familiar with them? They exist within the city. You've even fought with them. They generally tend to be just most Automatons aren't humanoid. The few that are extreme cases made by scientists. As far as you know, they just have very basic principle functionality. Right? They're set up to do very specific tasks, and they act on them. None of you are maker. Do any of you have clockwork proficiency? Clockwork tools proficiency?
I do.
You do, yeah. Give me a wisdom roll if you wouldn't mind with proficiency.
Through the tools or just the wisdom?
It'd be wisdom plus proficiency, so
okay.
It'd be the same thing as the tools. So
12 total.
12. Yeah. This one that's in front of you has obviously been specially made. It's the automaton that is before you, has a feminine appearance. It is made of amazing clockwork prosthetics coupled together with other pieces, so fully automatonish. And it is there, and it with its it doesn't have facial, like its face does not change at all. It's just kind of a mask is there, kind of looks at you and goes, "Welcome to the doctor's office. How may I be of assistance?"
Yes, we have an appointment to meet with Dr. Swan.
Ah, yes, the Skye family
And friends, pointing to the frog.
and friends. Welcome. Are you ready for your appointment with Dr. Swan?
Yes.
Excellent. I will let him know. And turns and pushes a button and goes, "Dr. Swan, your guests are here to meet you. They are the Skye family and friends." And then she pushes another button, which opens a door to the right side of her, which says intake above the door.
Okay. Ignatus will cautiously step through the doorway, being wary of previous doors we've entered and gotten attacked.
Better than outtakes.
Have a nice appointment.
Thank you.
I will follow behind.
All right, you all load in there. So as you enter the intake room, it is a much larger space. There are a number of other humanoid automatons at work doing things. They are either working on mechanical devices or moving boxes amongst different items of use within the looks like a laboratory workshop space there, and then a man dressed in a doctor's, a very atypical doctor's coat with nice slacks and a tie, and he has instead of like a stethoscope and stuff, he has a number of like clockwork tools in his pockets and so forth, give me a perception roll, everyone. Do.
I got a 12 again.
21 for me.
12, 21, and Raven.
I'm just waiting to pull up my character sheet because, you know.
Oh, fair enough. That's cool.
You mean we have to roll dice in this game?
I know.
Occasionally.
15.
15. All right, cool. A 12. A 12. On a 12, and anything higher. I mean, so on the 12, you see his eye looks slightly bruised, like a fresh bruise. The 15 or higher, notice that he's kind of moving, kind of like hurt, and kind of like hobbling his way over. But he looks at you and goes, "Ah, yes, the Skye family. Welcome. I'm Dr. Swan. How may I be of assistance to your prestigious family who has so generously donated to one of my sanitariums?"
Yeah, that's what we actually want to talk to you about. We ran into some of your former patients while we were scouring the grounds. We wanted to get
yes.
more information about what exactly was wrong with those patients.
Those poor, unfortunate souls have been the subject to psychological damage that seems to have been
Did he lock up?
Looks like it. This is secrets.
Where's Quinn? Where's Quinn when you
Man
need
was
her?
not meant to know.
Leaving it hanging.
Right?
Leaving us hanging.
I know.
Oh, he's back.
It's all
Got
it's I know. Irreversible damage from exposure to outside forces that are beyond scientific explanation.
Hmm.
And do you know where and how they were exposed?
Well, they were not exposed under my care. They were brought to me after exposure.
From who?
I am paid to treat my patients and to try and help them rehabilitate. Where and what causes these things are not in my purview.
By who, though?
Exactly. By who, I do not know.
You don't know who pays you?
Oh, but the government pays me quite well, actually. I am under the purview of the autarch. Well, not the autarch himself, one of his ministers, but yes.
So these patients just show up at your door one day and you just deal with them from that point forward?
Correct. The church delivers them and we take care of them. That has always been the purview of the sanitariums within the city and elsewhere.
And when the patients arrive, is there anything is there any commonality between these patients that would explain why these particular individuals were afflicted besides the affliction?
That is an excellent question, to which the answer is no. There is no rhyme or reason or commonality amongst them. I have taken care of the elderly and the young, the male, female. They're whatever ones, the wealthy, the poor, whatever your standing or beliefs or within the city, it seems not to matter much. One simply is exposed, I guess, to these, from what I understand, other natural. There's probably a better explanation for it, but which I have not found, and other natural things. I explained all of this recently to the Inquisition, who made a rude appearance at one of my other facilities recently. They seem to know a good bit more about this than myself, but they were asking questions similar to these of the origins of my patients. I directed them, thankfully, with the voice and the will of the autarch behind me, to scuttlebutt away, not before that jackbooted little bitch punched me in the eye with the pommel of her. Who the hell carries a mace these days, I say? Like, what is that? It's barbaric. Medieval, even.
It does seem a little.
Did this Inquisitor have a name?
Oh, the Inquisitor? Yes, the Inquisitor had a name, but I remember more that the Templar called herself Sister Tay Sparrow. Horrible little. Thankfully, she was kept in line by the tall gentleman with her. What is his name? Elder Biano Crane. Yes.
Something is not making sense here, because you said the church is sending you these patients, but then the Inquisitor is coming and asking where these patients are coming from?
Well, they're asking what I was doing with these patients.
Now, it's my understanding that the patients themselves were relatively docile until a few weeks ago. Is that accurate?
Yes, this is accurate. They only exhibit activities of agitation or disruptiveness during different cycles of the moons and stars. stars, from what I can tell. Full moons creates a bit of lunacy, if you will, amongst them. They tend to get agitated. We separate them and lock them up so that they do not harm each other. And then the others times of the year, they're mostly peaceful and docile. Yes.
We were under the understanding that this is a fairly semi-regular event. I wouldn't say annual by any stretch of the means, but like something that has been charted, this kind of event. Are you familiar with it?
No. What do you mean charted?
That there's historical evidence and some documentation that this has happened previously?
My study is not into the nature, the cause of this. My study is into how to make better use of these people.
Well,
yes.
I would love to learn more about your research then. What use have you found for such individuals?
Well, so far, none. But the theory I have is that it's more in the study of automatons, and that they lack a certain spark or soul, if you will, to make them real or more functional. And so these individuals lack most everything, but do still seem to have a soul. And so perhaps if one can extract the soul out of these individuals and replace them in these automatons, we can have better creations at our disposal to serve us.
So is this what you've been attempting to do, extract souls?
Actually, yes.
How's that going for you?
So far, no successes. But we were very close until the night of the event, in which a large number of the patients that we had became quite agitated and basically exterminated themselves.
So is there a reason that you dumped all their bodies in the mines?
That was for purposes of wait, but no.
Why don't you answer the question? Because you obviously were about to.
Well, no, we didn't. We didn't do anything. We hired other people to dispose of the bodies. Where they put them, that was not under our purview.
Can you do a insight check to see if this guy is just giving us a cock and bull story or not?
Sure.
That's a 14.
He does not appear to be giving you a cock and bull story. He seems, you get the idea that he was following a certain train of thought, but then when you said that they were disposed in a mine, you do get a inclination that he was like, that question was a sincere question.
So extracting the life force or soul, whatever you want to call it, did you what is involved with that? I imagine it's some sort of clockwork machinery that you had to use to do that.
Ah, yes. Well, I would show you. I was to have you meet at the facility that had more of that equipment. However, the visit again by the sister and the elder actually smashed up a good bit of the facility before I was able to talk them down and show them that I had proper authority to do my experiments.
So who are you doing these experiments for, if not the church?
I am doing the experiments for the autarch and the city. Well, the country, actually.
Yeah. I mean, sure, the promise of automatons that could be relied on to perform additional tasks without need for explicit programming certainly seems like it could be valuable. Is anybody else researching this sort of thing, or are you kind of the expert in the field?
I would consider myself the expert in the field. There are, of course, others that claim to know or believe that they are on a better path, but it was my thesis that got acknowledged by the autarch and the countries to perform these experiments for the betterment of the war and our efforts around the world in order to reduce the need for Vestipon citizens to well, actually, we do need Vestipon citizens. We need these Vestipon citizens to help benefit the war front.
So what do you think would have been left on one of these patients if you had successfully extracted what you were hoping to extract? Would they have passed, or would they have just existed as a catatonic state?
Oh no, they would have passed as well. Yes, that's, just sadly, the outcome would have been the same, but we would have at least been able to utilize the internal spark that was within them.
While he's
So
yammering,
you're-
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, so your successful experiment would be the death of the patient, and this isn't a problem for you?
Well, no, they're the patient's spirit, ergo whatever soul or whatever matter you call essence would be in the automaton, which then they would live on in that being.
While he is talking, I want to take a closer look at some of the automatons and clockwork around the lab,
Mhm.
just to see if there is any significant maker marks that would be of interest to us.
Sure. Go ahead and
Would you
give
like
me I don't know, either perception or investigation roll. Yeah.
It's about the same, so let's go with investigation. I haven't rolled that yet. Oh, a natural one. I do not see anything. Those are
You might-
robots.
Yeah.
Of course.
Why?
I knock one over. What?
Do you have a question, sir?
Oh, I've just been very curious about some of the clockwork here in town. Like obviously the Iron Union is most of the purveyor in town, but there are a couple of bespoke shops here, and I was just curious if you were a union guy or if you made your own or shopped around.
No, I make all my own. The Iron Union's works and the Brass Consortium's works are of a purpose, and they're fine to do what they do. But any true purveyor of the clockwork does their own handwork and leaves their own impressions on things. It's a pride of the trade, and as a true scientist like myself, is always looking to further the industry and hopefully lead the way so that those within the Iron Union and even the consortium can follow in my footsteps well and take what I've mastered and apply it for mass consumption.
That sounds very profitable, if I'm being frank. Farag.
So when the patients get dropped off to you, do they get dropped off like one at a time or in bigger groups, or?
It depends. Occasionally, we've gotten batches of upwards to 4 or 5 at a time, and usually it's individuals. Periodically throughout the years, it's not that many actually. The phenomena of a few weeks ago, though, was quite the loss. That was years of gathering and finding the right subjects, processing them, studying them, scoring them appropriately for the potential for transference. Yes, it's quite upsetting.
So since then, have you gotten any more new subjects? Since the culling?
Yes, at different facilities. Yes, we've gotten new subjects.
More than normal, or about the same?
No, about the same.
Can you tell me anything about them, like age and?
Again, a mix of elder and the all above teenage level. Usually, I usually denote most of them are of age of service or higher. So, yeah.
And these patients outside of the incident that happened a few years ago, do they normally live a full life, or do they eventually wear out, so to speak?
Ooh, sorry, one more time with that question.
If the patients come to you in their mostly docile state, and outside of what happened a few weeks ago, do they normally live a full life under your care?
They live I would not call what they live a life, but they live a full existence, I guess. They age, they die of what we would assume natural causes, though occasionally some of them die of other things, of internal consumption, the brain bleeds, things that usually of the mind. Yes, hemorrhaging, brain hemorrhaging, and so forth.
So their condition is taxing on their body physically, more so.
Yes, depending on the state of them. We've scored them anywhere. Anybody in the 50 to 70 range is generally their brain activity is hyperactive, so it tends to cause them to die earlier. Yes.
50 to 70 is your scoring, not their ages, right? That's the scoring.
The scoring, correct? Yes.
Okay. Just want to clarify.
That could be anywhere within the age range.
And this extraction tool that you were developing, that only works on these patients that have been, what was the term that parent you touched? It won't work on someone like me.
Well, we are not sanctioned to test on someone such as you currently. Okay. The initial test is to see if we can extract souls from these individuals who are simply not contributing to society at the moment.
Tell me about the eyes, the glowing of the eyes. Does that happen before, or did that only begin happening after the event?
Oh no, that is a condition that seems to. That also helps with our rating system. Actually, the brighter the glow, the higher the rating we give them. So,
I see.
Yes.
And what does your rating system go up to?
11. No, 100. It goes up to 100. It allows for a little bit more precision in the thing. We started with a 10 and scale, but that found that we would have deviation too much with within the scoring to get the results we were looking for.
Well, certainly that's quite the undertaking that you were attempting there, and I can see that you were dedicated to that cause. I don't know that I have any additional questions. Do either of you?
I'm somewhat of a dabbler in clockwork machinery myself. I'd love to get a look at your tool, even if it's smashed up at that other facility.
Well, sure, that's fine. Well, actually, we have other facilities that have a working machine I can take you to as well. That's fine.
Oh, I'd love to meet up with you sometime and take a look at that.
Oh, excellent. We'll set that up. Did you You are the group that went to. You spoke of the facility. Did you get all the information you needed at the
Caring Heart.
Yeah,
Gentle Heart.
Gentle Heart Sanitarium?
Well, I mean, to be quite honest, what we discovered in the basement opened up a lot more questions, which is why we're here. We're trying to figure out what exactly was going on. Mr. Owl seemed relatively clueless of what was going on.
Oh yes. Well, he's just the administrator, so he yes, he was put in charge by the former doctor years ago.
We were searching for information on one specific patient from a very long time ago. I don't suppose you have any of the old records of the facility around, do you?
I do not, but I do know quite a bit about the facility and the records within. I have excellent memory, and I do know the history of the sanitarium that goes back for years.
Well, this particular patient, their records look to have been removed at some point, so we were unable to find their records. Do you recall at some point anyone coming in and maybe...
Who is the patient you were speaking of?
Her name was Isabelle Gray.
Ah, yes, that one. Yes. It's a shame. She was the reason why my predecessor, Dr. Kingfisher, had to leave the facility.
Oh, is that so?
Yes, it was quite the scandal.
I had no idea. What was the scandal?
Well, he had relations with the patient, and
that's a big no-no.
Yes. They had a child that they kept at the facility for a number of years until he was found and then removed, and he took the child with him to where they ended up going. It was Lavella, and yes. Believe sadly the woman was left behind in the facility, and she grew quite despaired over the years, and then eventually extinguished. Yes.
Was she touched the same way, or was she?
Oh no,
just
no.
Oh, okay.
She was one of the more normal patients that we had within the facility.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a
We
tragedy.
tried to keep the ones affected by scored in the basement, away from the others.
You don't remember the child's name, do you?
What was his name? No, I don't remember the boy's name at all. But
and you said they went to Lavella?
Lavella, Levala.
Is that another country or another city?
No, city.
Chris? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen Dr. Kingfisher since?
No, he was already quite old when he left, and I believe after I took over, I had caught wind that he had passed. But he was not he was just a plain doctor, not really a scientist, if you will. So most of his work was simply caring for patients, not as ambitious or as world defining as my own works. It was actually fitting that he left to give me access to one of the better facilities in the city for experimentation. So,
which one was that?
Well, the Gentle Heart Sanitarium.
Oh, the Gentle Hearts, yeah. Oh, it seemed very nice and quite empty at this point.
Sadly, yes. Though I'm sure within the next months and years we'll refill the sanitarium.
Well, if there's
like clockwork, if you will.
Yes. Well, if a musical accompaniment might assist at all in your research, I know a friend of ours is interested.
Oh yes, I heard about this. Swan passed this. Owl passed this on to me. So yes, Sounds fascinating. I don't know how useful it's be to the works, but maybe it'll increase the scores a little bit. And if that's true, then that gives us more potential for the extractions and ultimately for the automatons that will serve us bravely and to the future of the betterment of Vesipon. Yes.
Mr. Owl had mentioned that church music seemed to disturb some of the regular patients. Do you know if it had a similar effect on the scored patients?
Oh, yes, I'm sure that is definitely the case.
Who supplies all your automatons that we see around here? They just seem very advanced.
That was myself. I make all of these. Though I have created a few that are capable of beginning the works for me, so they know my preferences and so forth, and then they prep them and give me a baseline to work with, and then from there I do my fine tuning and touch-up work.
Well, you certainly don't seem like a very religious man, which is
Oh my
probably
God!
why.
Why would one believe in such nonsense? I mean, yes, I believe the gods exist, but there's science, and science is what now drives the world, not hooly-booly and woo-woo and whatever words you wish to put together to make nonsense. So
I see. Well then, I mean, I'm certainly happy for having him meet you, Dr. Swan. What was your first name? Was it Geppetto?
no, it's
Oh,
Dr.
I'm sorry.
Debrief Swan.
Oh, Jalal. Okay.
Geppetto. I'm not familiar with that. Is that a foreigner? Yeah.
I swear I heard somebody say that. I apologize. My fault.
Nice. Well, that is all. You've been a bit more pleasant conversationalist than the Inquisition, that is for sure. And if you have any other inquiries about my facilities or the other things, let me know. Again, generous benefactor always deserves my time. I'm sure this will please the autarch as well, as your funding of the sanitarium inherently helps with the patients, which then inherently helps with the automatons, and which then inherently helps with the war, which then inherently helps with Vesipon and its greatness. So we can only strive to be better citizens. Yes.
It is the great circle.
Thank you for your time. Like I said, if whenever you have available time, I'd love to take a look at this machine you have developed or device.
Oh, sure. We'll find time this week, I'm sure. We've gathered a few patients who did not succumb to the horrible nonsense a few weeks ago, and so we should be able to maybe even be able to see the first successful extraction. That would be quite the momentous occasion. So it would be an honor to perhaps if your benefactor and potentially my continued benefactor would see fit to keep giving donations towards our funds. I'd even possibly name the procedure after him. Pass that on to Mr. Skye. That's
we'll let him know, and yes, he might be interested in some of the work that you're doing. So we'll follow up on that if necessary.
Oh, fabulous! Thank you. I really do appreciate your efforts and your visit today. I could tell. I hope nothing. Stay away from the church. I would tell you, mostly because just looking at you, I can assess that you would score quite high. I think were you to come to to my sanitariums and other conditions. You all have strong spirits about you, I can tell. So,
As we are leaving, I want to do like a security sweep, like just to see if I notice anything, if I want to let myself back in that I'd want to avoid or.
sure. Give me a. What would be the best for that? Give me perception.
15?
15. Yeah, you'd want to avoid all of the automatons that are in here. There's about 20 plus, and they all, you don't know enough about them to know exactly what their functionalities are, but you do know that they all have very different functionalities, and there are perhaps a mix of very strong ones and very fast ones like you, and maybe some smart ones as well. So, yeah. But then otherwise, I mean, it's a very contained building. It doesn't have windows and like ways to get in. So really, right now, the front door, which you came through, is pretty much the way in and out of the facility.
I understood. I had to take a look at least.
Yeah, of course.
And I'll definitely give him my business card. In case you happen to find yourself in any need of legal representation, Rocket Winters.
No, surely I would hope that this would not be of need for me, but
you can never know, sir. You can never know.
Yes. Well, then, good day. And,
good day. So we'll go about the outtakes.
You go, and which is just the other door. So which is actually, it's the same door. It just says outtakes on the other side of it. So intakes on the one, and then outtakes on the other. So then as you go through, the receptionist is, I hope you had a pleasant meeting or whatever with the doctor just now.
Yep, it was great, Shirley. Have a good day.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
And we head outside. Ooh, man. All right. Should we get a coffee and regroup here a little? That was creepy.
So. That we learned a lot.
We definitely learned a lot. Man, I think Winston, I think Perrin and Skye would have about flipped he probably would have punched him again.
Too bad he had too much to drink at lunch.
That's right.
Sleeping it off.
Too many fizzy temples.
Too many fizzy temples. Wow. So trying to extract souls to put them into automatons.
Yes.
And did you see those automatons?
Yeah. Sort of. I mean, I ran into a couple of them.
Literally.
Do you think it's much of a coincidence that he's an automaton whiz and we're having automaton troubles? Because that seems like a really big coincidence to me.
I mean, to some degree. I mean, there are a lot of people in this town that make automatons.
Yeah, I would go ahead if you really you give me a wisdom check on this. Anyone like the number of people that make automatons automatons are a thing within the city. Like again, and
right.
What you saw in there, nothing resembled the.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Resembled.
Yeah. No, I mean. Oh no! I wasn't so much thinking that he was directly
I will say
making.
Yes, it is a coincidence that this guy is. That's what I want to push towards you.
Okay.
Yeah. Remember, it is a wide web of which you've weaved within the city, and there will be some things that will overlap slightly, but not necessarily be connected whatsoever. So,
I mean, I am just psyched he happened to also have information about Isabelle Gray.
Yes.
That was
confirming.
Yeah. So Dr. Fisher fathered a boy with Isabelle Gray and went to Lavella. I mean, do we go to Lavella? I know a travel agent.
Well, I think Kingfisher provides us another name. Presumably, the boy may have taken that name, and that might be the name. That we might have more luck investigating that name. Obviously, MG seems to have adopted the Gray name again, but
correct.
Perhaps there's some leads with the Kingfisher name.
Most certainly. I don't know how much we'll find here since he left shortly thereafter. I mean, we can certainly ask around. I don't know who we would ask. Or Eston, I suppose.
Yeah. I don't know if he was a doctor, but I don't know if he was from high society. The Kingfisher name, they might have returned under the Kingfisher name. The son may have returned, is what I'm saying. So if he returned 20, 30 years ago or whatever with the daughter, then perhaps that's the name we should be following up on.
Yeah. So, Christopher.
Yes.
With our advanced knowledge of the world of Vesipon, are the societies like common throughout all of the cities? Like, is that just a Soretta thing, or is there an Iron Union in Lavella?
So good question. So on a international level, there is a Church of Astra and there is the Cult of Tenebris, right? They exist in different formats throughout internationally. On a national level, there are Iron Union and Brass Consortium that you can be found or whatever. On a local level, there's the Society of Ravens and there's the Court of Rats. Though they do have influence and touch across the country, their biggest influence is within the city. So think of society and the court as local. National would be the Iron Union and the Brass Consortium. And then internationally, you would find remnants of the church or the cults.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah. All right. So while you ponder what you'll do this evening of Saturday, let's take a 5-minute break so we can get hydrated and everything. So we'll return after this brief intermission. And by brief, I mean 5 minutes. And we'll see you there. So 5 minutes after the hour. See you then. All right, and we are back after our wonderful. We're almost back. Most of us are back. There we go. Now we're all back. So you just had your meeting with Dr. Swan. Learned many things about his very important, very cool, very awesome experimentations within the city, all sanctioned by the government, by the way. So but now you have the evening ahead of you. So what would you like to do? There is a mention from Hans when you get back to the vehicle that Miss Dreadmire had radioed to him to let him know that you had all been extended at least Ignatus, but the invitation was extended to all of you for you to go to the Crow household within Silverwood and meet with the elder Hinia Crow, the matriarch of the Crow family, as she had spoken to her son, who Ignatus had met with earlier, and she was quite anxious and excited to pass on an invitation to you. This is what Han says. The old lady down the street wishes for you to meet with her, as per Miss Dreadmire. She seemed to say that the woman was giddy in excitement about gossiping with the new family in the city or in the neighborhood. So that is an option on the table for you all.
I think that's good. I mean, she was supposedly friends with Isabelle and Marzita, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who are you asking, Christopher or Hans? Hans doesn't know.
No, I was saying that as our plans for the evening. Yeah, I wasn't asking, but
I was like, are you positing that? Is that a posit?
I don't know how we're going to do it, and this can be a conversation while we're on our way. But we have to find a way to figure out where these sanitariums get people from. Like, I'm not sure what a starting point for that is, but
I mean, I presume if somebody starts having glowing eyes, they ship on over. But I could be wrong. I don't know.
Well, it sounded like, some members of the church visited the doctor recently. So perhaps Perrin can get more information about that when he wakes from his stupor.
Too many fizzy temples, huh? Mm-hmm.
That happens.
Yeah, to the best of us.
Well, then, I mean, far be it for me to turn down an invitation from the old lady down the street. I wish I could remember the name of the guy that I met.
Fergus?
Fergus. I didn't write his name down.
This is not Fergus, though. This is Hook Crow's mother.
Lieutenant Hook Crow.
Yeah, but, Fergus shows up.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Right.
We'll see. We'll see how many character voices I can switch between and consistently keep for that. So, yeah.
Oh, then we're definitely going to bring Fergus along.
Fergus is not invited. Oh no! I don't know what just happened. Okay.
All Well, it's your invite, Ignatus. Do you want to go visit with old
Oh
Lady
yes,
Crow?
yeah. It's
right.
in our neighborhood. It's the evening. We can
Anything we need to take care of here in town before we head back?
I don't think so.
There's not enough time in the day for you to do another thing and the thing with the thing. So
We only have a certain amount of slots per day.
Only a certain amount of slots per day. Your day is controlled by me. All right. So y'all head back to Silverwood. Do you all freshen up over at the Sky Estate first, or do you just head on over after a grueling afternoon in the? No, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it's up to y'all.
I think we all. Ignatus is going to freshen up a little bit.
All right.
What's the dress code? Do I need to put on my formal attire?
It's a fancy rich old woman that lives. She's a society member who lives. So you choose your dress code, and we'll play from there.
Formal wear it is.
I mean, none of you actually have any clothing of higher like rating, so you all are baseline regardless. So
I mean, I have formal wear though.
But you don't. Yeah, but formal wear is formal wear, but then there is like really nice formal wear, which would actually improve your roles and everything. So yeah. All right, so you're off to the down the street to the Crow's household, and just like before for Ignatus, is one of the house staff is there to greet you. So welcome to House Crow. How I hope you're up for an evening of conversation. And they look very weathered and tired already, and it's only the beginning of the evening. And then you hear calling out from across the house. Oh my goodness! Is that my guests? Are they here? Please don't dawdle. Don't leave an old woman waiting. It's already been quite the day of crafting and drinking and sipping and whining and I'm tired of all of that. So please come, get these people drinks even. So the staff members are like, yeah, what would you all like?
Vodka martini.
Gin and tonic for me.
Yes, fine. And you been out?
Looks frozen. Not quite.
No.
What's your drink?
Raven? Would you like to drink?
Busy temple, please.
Busy temple. Busy temple it is. And then they go off, and then another staff member steps up and escorts you to a parlor room. Again, not as nice of a parlor room as the one that you all have. That's actually the only nice room you have in your household currently, though it is shaping up slowly. But this one is still quite nice, just not for the same purposes. So you see an elderly woman and finery, dressed up as if she was just out in the city shopping and out in the town showing off with all the turnstone glitter accoutrements upon her dress, and she's there with a cigarette on a stick in one hand and a martini glass in the other, and goes, so this is what the Skye household has to serve up. It's been so many years since I've seen a Skye. Which one of you is a Skye?
I am.
Excellent. And you, yes. And you strapping young lad. What house are you with?
Good evening, Madam Crow. My name is Farg Turn.
Turn. Wow, things just got more interesting, didn't they? So, I understand from my son, where is that lazy, loud? If he wasn't in the military and doing such a good job for the country, I swear. Well, I guess he's doing something somewhere. Anyway, he'd mentioned that you were inquiring about that floozy Gray from back in the day, and I have plenty of tea to spill on that subject. So, where shall we begin?
Oh, do tell.
Do ask.
Well, rumor has it that she was too aggressive. She was a little too in love with Lady Skye.
Yes, they caught her snooping around the place at all times, even had items from the Skye household itself that she had been caught absconding with.
Oh my.
Yes. She would visit there multiple times in the evening. We would see her. We'd make comments like, "Oh, off to see Marzita again, aren't you, Isabelle?" And she'd be like, "Shush your mouth. You know nothing, Crow." And I'd be like, "Oh, I know something." And so it was. And then we would talk about it amongst the other ladies, and we'd be like, "That is not what a fine lady does at all. Not at all. No. Especially when one's been told by one's elders not to tramps around such places."
Oh, so she was told. Who told her not to go? Was it the Skies, or was it her own parents, or was it others?
It was both. It was her parents. The Skye household was not appreciative of this. They, though the Grays were at the time a well-to-do family, not anymore. No, not anymore.
Oh, no.
And so they were told the things proper. They were brought before the society. The judgment was found that this was an improper canoodling, if you will, and so they were told by the society, and they disobeyed the society's orders in continuing with their relations.
Oh my.
Yes, and well, Marzita, of course, the Skye family had much greater influence within the city, not just amongst the society, but also with the church. And so, well, these things, one does not go against the wishes of the elders and of the city, and so punishment was laid out. And thus, Greys were given some time to get their affairs in order, but sadly, rumor has it there was more scandal going on at the where they had sent her off to, even, and in time.
Do tell.
Well, I heard that she may have been in relations with one of the facilitators of the facility.
Ooh,
So
I
the
heard
administrator or one of the nurses, or no one would really understand. What?
I know.
What? How did you hear this?
Well, I heard from a person who knew a person, and they said it was the doctor, Dr. Kingfisher.
No, Kingfisher. That's a name. It's a name. I mean, there are a lot of Kingfishers. None amongst the well-to-do within the society. I don't know a society of Kingfisher, but Dr. King. Oh, the ladies are going to love this at the next card game, which is thankfully tomorrow morning. It's going to be quite fabulous. I can't wait to share this information. Okay. So yes, please, more. Do you dish? What else do you dish?
What else do we dish? I don't know. What else is there?
Oh, well, this was a fabulous piece of information I did not know of. Oh, fine. So, anyway, where are those darn drinks? And she rings a bell that she has next to her. And ting, ting, ting. And you see them scurrying about and handing out the drinks. And then she like splashes out the rest of her martini and grabs a fresh one off of the. She's like, "Oh, please do take care of that. That is, then that one rods off and another one runs in and kind of like is wiping the floor while she's kind of ashing on top of their head almost. And then, so
Proper.
Yes. But yes, that family down the street. So the Skies, and then eventually the Skies passed away, and they left everything to Marzita, which is very strange. But I mean, well, not strange. She's the eldest, but Esther just disappeared. That was such a shame. He was such a charming young man when I knew him, but he never accepted my attentions. But
oh, really? Word has it he accepts a lot of attentions.
What?
Oh no, I mean, just worldly attentions, I suppose.
Yes, he was distracted by his pursuits, not. But yes, it was a shame. It would have been quite the beautiful tryst, I believe. So
Canoodling,
indeed. So, but sadly, and then he would come and visit every so often, which was nice. But then Marzita got married to that. He owned a theater, and then he got into the moving pictures and became a producer. And then next thing you know, they were quite the outstanding citizens of the country, as his propagandist films were.
Ivan, right?
Yes.
Ivan.
Yes. Yes. I like to pronounce it Yvonne, but you can pronounce it Ivan if you wish. Just kind of depends on what part of the city you really you come from. You know, Yvonne is got a little bit to it. So yes, but yes, he did those darn films, and they got all the attention. And then sadly, out of nowhere, the children just started popping off. Yes. One disappeared, another passed in their sleep, another was trapped in a warehouse fire. Yes. Dreadful business.
Some say it's a curse.
Many say it's a curse, actually. We whisper of it all the time. You've heard of the curse.
Oh, I have indeed. And yes. I still employ there, even though I know there might be a curse. But it's
you have nothing to worry about, Taryn, unless you turn out to be one of the Skye family. And then, well, you're probably on the list as well.
Probably, but no. No, I'm sure that my father and great uncle would rather me not be a Skye.
Well, there you go. You have that. Good breeding. That's what we say. But yes. So, what else can I dish for you?
So after the scandal with the Grays, I know that they passed away and or the rest of the family moved out. Were there any cousins or anyone still left in Soretta that you knew of?
No, not really. No, that was part of the reason why they didn't have much influence. They didn't have enough childer in the world to sustain their claims on all of their things. So, yes. Sometimes one would consider it very messy, right? When you have so many children related to whatever, and then they can all claim, and then it sits in court for you. Oh, you probably know this. You're one of those.
Yes. No, I'm well on the outside of that. I'm aware of that it goes on, but.
Well, no, I mean, as an advocate, you would be.
Yes. Sorry. On that side of things, yeah.
Yes. So these things sit in court for years, and then that's why we have Silverwood is a beautiful place with many fine estates. We do have a few estates that are left kind of in disrepair as they go through arbitration and people decide who actually owns it and who gets to stay. Most families, proper families, are able to take care of such things behind the scenes and don't make as big of a fuss. But not all family gets along, I guess, in some parts of the city. And so these things then are challenged, and there's duels. Oh, so many of these lawns have had duels where someone has perished because of one thing or another. But,
it's one way to settle a dispute permanently.
Well, definitely within the city, it is an accepted form of arbitration. So
and that was what happened to Pedrick Skye, right?
He was such a young, charming boy. Yes. Well, his wasn't a dispute. His was a dispute with another family. But that mess was that. Many people looked into it. He was so young at the time when it happened, and but strangely, one of the most skilled duelists that we knew at the time. So the fact that this Rastabout got the best of him was very questionable. There were rumors that the bolts were poisoned.
Ooh.
Yes. Yes.
Do you remember
Or
what family that this dude was with? Do you remember what family that this dude was with?
While my memory is good, it's not that good, young man. But I'm sure I can delve a little bit deeper into. Well, again, like I said, tomorrow I have cards, so I can ask the other ladies at the card table. I'm sure they know. I mean,
excellent. Thank you.
I am more than happy. Anyone who is willing to come have drinks and spill a little tea, which we're not drinking, are we? And is always welcome at the Curio family's house. So let no one ever say that Hinia Crow is not a welcoming member of society. So that's all. I think that's all. Goodbye.
Thank you for inviting us. Yes.
Nothing else.
Oh, gosh, I don't know. Have you ever been to Lavella?
Lavella? No, that is a horrible city. One couldn't even really call it a city. First of all, there are no society members there. Third of all, it's a very it has no culture. Has no it's just a city to be a city. They just have the population, really, I believe is what it is. And I skipped second of all. And second of all is the quality of the food. I mean, it's not even coastal. Like, you don't even have a reason to go there. There's not even like a sea or a view for you to go. It's at least we have the lake. I mean, so
absolutely, and culture.
And culture, of course. Well, that's a given, and the society. So, I mean, all those things all together make it a far better place than Lavella.
Well,
do you plan on going there? Please don't go there. That's
no, just curious. Someone was speaking of it the other day. I think their polo team is playing the Kestrels here soon. So,
well, they'll lose.
Oh, of course. Kestrels all the way this year.
That's right. I'm so excited for the Polo World Cup. The ponies are some of my favorite things to watch. It's between crafting and drinking and spilling tea, and then the ponies. Maybe the ponies a little bit before spilling tea, even. But one can spill tea while watching ponies. So
this is true.
Yes.
Well, do let me know the next time there's a society get together where I could maybe come and attend and listen in.
Oh, of course. Well, we always have our Saturday crafting, so you're always welcome to come to that. We have drinks, and we tend to have chats about that. And it's only society members. So, yes. And then, well, we do that every Saturday, and really that covers that. Like, once a week is really more than enough of this. When you get to this age, there's not a lot that happens between A and B, and then from there on. So yeah, it's really about the same. And generally, we have the same conversations over and over again that we forgot that we had the week before. So I will say that in general, we tend to just repeat the same things over and over again. But because of at this age, I don't remember. Chances are tomorrow morning I'll barely remember your name, Taryn. But
outstanding.
Yes.
Well, thank you for your patronage. We will leave you at this point and make our way back to our abode.
Well, have a fine evening and enjoy the rest of it, what little there is now, and we've been cheese spilling. And we will speak to you soon. Well, I will say, I will pass on to my son that he for what he's worth, which isn't much, I tell you, but that this was a fabulous meeting, and I'm very glad that you, I believe Ignatius, yes, came to see my son and speak to him. And so,
Yep.
Yeah, I do appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, if we do ever get any more tea, we'll be sure to share it with you.
Oh, I look forward to that. And to do. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I didn't want to spill all the tea. I had more tea. But I was like, no, I got to hold some of this back. Got to dish it out. Little bits at a time.
Little bits at a time.
Yeah, I figured you were intentionally holding back that piece of info, so I decided not to say it either.
I mean, probably a good thing, because
we were all thinking it.
Well, I think it's a give and take. If she comes back with some more info, then we give her a little bit more info. Yeah.
It didn't seem like she really would have had any information for us on that, so no reason for her to have to know that yet.
Indeed. So you all head back to the Skye household. You have your evening, whatever, snacks and drinks in the parlor to discourse about what was left for the day, I guess. But you're all together, so it didn't really miss much. So you can.
That's true.
Sleep in, and then unless you want to update Eston for whatever reason or somebody else. But
what were you going to ask Eston about? I don't even remember now.
Oh, the doctor was looking for money.
Oh, right.
And I just was.
Oh, that's right. To name the procedure after him.
Yeah.
The Skye Soul Extractor. That
right. The Skye Soul Extractor. I'm to see how Skye would go for that, but maybe we'll wait.
Maybe we won't give him that idea because he might go for it. Yes.
I didn't think he'd be in. I don't know. I feel like he'd be like, if it's got my name on it, yes.
Well, see, like my concerns on that device is that if it's only used against the touched and it can extract their soul and they die, then it's potentially a weapon, because we know who the most powerful touched person in the country is, right? The Aldark.
Roll. So that's a slightly different interpretation of touched than. So like the generalization. So the touch that we're calling the unchosen, right? Actually,
sparky people.
Yeah, are left with nothing but like a faint spark. The Autarch wouldn't be considered unchosen because he's a successful embodiment of that process he is a vested vessel of one of the gods.
But why would he want to be perfecting that experiment, like other than for eternal life himself in one of these automatons type thing? Like
that was the other end of that. Like I don't know whether this process would apply to him or not, but there's some sort of, I don't know.
Give me a intelligence or wisdom roll.
Would it be like Arcana or just a straight?
Oh yeah, go with Arcana. I'll go with that.
All right. That's natural 1, but I got a 9 because I hope it's 8.
You could use a inspiration if you want.
Oh yeah, I can use the superiority dice. Okay.
Or a signs and portents or something.
Oh yeah, my signs and portents was 19. We'll take that.
Okay, so 19. That's great. 19 plus what? 8.
Yeah.
So 27. Okay. Yeah. So you got from what the doctor, even though it wasn't magic, but what you got the sense of what he was saying, at least, is that he's saying that he said clearly that right now they're only experimenting on these because that's what's sanctioned.
Yes,
he did not say necessarily that his thing would not work on normal people as well, though.
Right. I know. Right. Well, that's why I asked that question specifically to see whether it was targeted or not. But just spitballing here. So,
Yeah, but your spitballing gets you the idea that this probably could be used against anyone.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, it is a line of thinking that if it gets perfected using these folks, or if they just stop using the Unchosen and move to just normal people, that it could be used. Yeah. But so far, you did also get the impression that you feel like that if he had been successful, he would have been bragging about it. So you feel like he has not succeeded yet in his experiments and what he is doing. So
Yeah, there's a lot of implications there. Like, do I have to start being polite to automatons?
You mean AI overlords? Yes, you should.
You could be polite to them regardless.
Exactly. And I won't say her name because she will start talking.
Yeah.
You got to get along with her. You got it. Say thank you, please. All those kinds of things.
They don't call it the Society of Clankers.
So, Farank.
Yes.
If there was some sort of formal review by the Society of Marzita and Isabelle's relationship, would there possibly be records of it?
Yeah. Something as formal as that, yes, probably. Like, sometimes they just dish out some punishment. Sometimes, look, like, you saw Old Lady Crow. Like, you get 5 society people together to be like, oh, we're going to make a society decision and you can't wear that dress anymore, And I don't think there's any documentation around that. But something as significant as this, yeah, there's probably a record somewhere.
I just wonder whether that might have some more details that are
you know who we should ask is probably Willa Vermeil when she comes to the party.
Okay.
Because the auditor would probably at least know where that documentation is.
Yeah, you're aware of Society Matters that you're not high enough ranked to be partitioned in like part of those proceedings and so forth, but people that are much higher within the society. So not Eston currently because he's trying to get into the goods, but Jellyfly Winters might be another person who could provide you information about those.
Yeah, no, I thought about her too, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we're kind of on her good side now.
That are out there within society if you really wanted to.
Even
your family,
better
you
terms
probably.
No, that's true.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right. So for Sunday morning, before you go to the mechanical warehouse with Grandpa Eston as your escort, what would you all like to do on your Sunday morning?
Sunday morning. Well, normally I would go to service with Perrin Kastai.
He's probably doing that somewhere. But,
probably.
Or he's still sleeping off the.
I think he's feeling a little under the weather.
Fizzy temples.
And then maybe I could squeeze in another round of wax cylinder repairment.
Let me see if I want you to do that.
Okay. See how close I actually am.
You could do that, I guess. Yeah. What's Raven going to do?
I think I'd work on my personal project in the morning. See if I can squirrel up any information, any files.
Right. Okay. And what about Ignatus? What are you going to do?
I'm going to visit the Curio shop and visit Ellis Swift and see whether she can possibly reach out to members in Lavella to get some information about Dr. Kingfisher.
Okay.
I know it'll be a couple days turnaround probably, but
yeah, but that's all. Yeah. Well, you'd be amazed at what it can do. Okay, cool. Let's start with Raven then. So yeah, tell me what skills are you trying to use to add to. Well, so you have the 4 options as usual: persuasion, deception, intimidation, and insight. But you can swap out one of the deception or intimidation for persuasion if it matters for you, but it may not. So
1 deception, 2 persuasion.
okay, all right. So how are we trying to do this? Explain.
I think I'm gonna go into town. Maybe try to see if I can get some people like on their way to church or whatnot, just to spill some secrets.
Okay, all right. Well, let's hit it up then. Let's do deception roll or whatever your choice. You pick the order. Doesn't matter to me.
So 21.
Okay,
on
success.
Deception.
Uh-huh.
A 14, which I'm going to now roll I'm going to use a...
Oh, it's a new day, so...
Yes.
Sign of importance.
Oh, not signs of importance. Well, I mean, I guess I should roll that just so I know what it is.
Oh, yeah.
So let's do that. 16, actually. I'm going to save that, though. I'm going to use my readiness point to add a die 4.
Okay.
And that will get me to...
Yep, that doesn't... 17. Anything would have done it. Yep.
Right. And then my last persuasion roll is 23.
Okay, 3 successes. Great. So go ahead and give me 3d6 minus
13 minus. Is it minus 3 or is it minus 1?
It's minus 3.
Dang.
So it's a 10. All right. All right. Just keep track of each of you here for Rock, and Raven did that. Okay. So yeah, you made some progress. I know you're still a little ways away, but you've been making pretty steady progress on that. So that should finish up probably in a few more few more good ones like that. That would be
Understood.
All right, Faronk working on the we're filling away with the wax cylinder. So give me intelligence or wisdom first off. Proficiency though with tools. You're muted. So if you're saying anything,
yep, muted. 18 for the wisdom.
Okay, that one works. Dex or strength.
All right, we'll go with just Dex. Ooh, a natural 20.
That's great.
23.
And for you, not for me. And
Constitution?
Constitution,
yeah. 10.
10, okay. Well, that's still 3d6, so you're fine.
All right, 3d6. 6 plus 3, so 9. Oh, no, I don't get plus 3 for this. Sorry, I don't get to be fancy while fixing things.
6, eh? Okay. All right. All right. We'll come back to you on that.
All right.
And Matt. So you're going to meet with Ella Swift at the Curiosity Shop. All right.
Yep.
You get Hans drop you off down there in the area. It takes you a few minutes, but eventually you find the Curiosity Shop. It's not exactly where you remember it from the last time, but it is there and waiting for you. You dingle the bell. You open the door, which dingles the bell. Jingles the bell. Jeebus. And you hear a voice that you're familiar with that calls out, "Ah, yes, Ignatus. So, welcome again. How can I help you?"
I'm looking for some information about someone in Lavella. And Lavella, did I pronounce that right?
Lavella, yes, that's not near here.
I was wondering if you could possibly reach out to some other members in that city to get some information about someone.
I can, yes. Who are you looking for? What are you looking for there?
I'm looking for information about a doctor from here, actually, Dr. Kingfisher and his son. What their current Dr. Kingfisher may have passed, as he's probably pretty old at this point. But the son may still be alive, and I'm just trying to get more information about where they are and what their current.
You seek the Kingfisher and their child in the city of Lavella.
Correct.
Mm. And she goes over to a bowl and she like lights some incense. It's going there, and then they just kind of looks at it for a bit, and studies the fire, and goes, I see. I will speak to those that I know. It may take a little bit of time, but not much. There is something about this. The trail is there. It connects to the city. I do not think it will be hard to get this information. It is not what you think it is, though. But I will divine this more and see what I can tell you. Come back tomorrow, and I will have more information for you.
Thank you. And Ignatus will just leave, I guess.
She doesn't say anything. She just continues to stare into the smoke that's coming out of the little pot that she had setting up with the fire.
Okay.
Going. Yep. And then for wrong turn. The cylinder is fixed. And you're able to get it to start playing. And you hear basically, and it's not perfect, so the scratchy voice, you just hear these are the thoughts of Nika Wren, member of the Iron Union. I write this as I believe my life was a lie. I have recently found out that I am a descendant of the Skye family, a household I had never heard of until today. And when I inquired more about it, I learned that their family has a long legacy within the city, and then that legacy potentially is to be mine. I don't know how I feel about this because I have found a new family within the Iron Union. And when I have spoken to other members, I've gotten threats against my own life. I've been told that I am not to be a part of that family, that my place is within the Iron Union, and that when I spoke to my girlfriend, Lore, she said that I was not to join them either, that it was too dangerous, and that I should leave the city with her. She's already bought a ticket to leave the city. But I want to try to explain to her that I need this. I need a family. I've been without a family for too long, and now I can finally find my place within a society that I've always felt I belonged to. I wish. Oh, hold on. And there's a knocking at the door, and then you hear the distance, Lore. Yes, hold on. And you hear, we need to talk. We need to speak. We need to talk right now. But it's too far off in the distance. It's hard to kind of make out the voice itself. But you do hear Lore, or who obviously Nika is speaking to. She goes, hold on. And then she goes off and you hear the stop of the cylinder.
Hmm. Well, she wanted to join the house. I don't know. I guess I'll let everybody listen to this and see if they have anything to take out of this, but certainly no smoking gun or anything might have committed the crime.
And at the beginning, she kind of gives like a date that would have been about the time, like the day of her arguing with Lore, just as a time frame.
Agna knows all about.
Agna knows all about. That's right. Because Agna knows all along. So.
Agna all along. Well, all right. Well, that's mission accomplished. All right. Well, it certainly belongs to the Skye household. I don't think that this should stay in my possession.
Okay. And then, assumingly, I'll just remind you. So you'll play that again for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Cool.
When everybody's back around, I'll play it again.
Cool. All right. So with that, hopefully we'll round back with people on Sunday afternoon, more folks on Sunday afternoon next time. But we'll kind of call it here. So so let's see who joined us this evening. So give a shout out to who you be and where you be found on the interwebs. So this is a smaller group of not on the interwebs, so we'll see how this goes for the most part. But Mandy,
I'm here Tuesday nights.
That's right. And you're Mandy. All right, cool. And Matt Bell.
There's not much to say.
No, I'm Matt Bell. You can find me here on Tuesday nights or on the official Play on Words Studios Discord server. And I'll see you guys next week.
Awesome. All right. And Matthew Walsh.
Matt Walsh. You can find me on most socials at Matt P. Walsh. And I'm on the Discord channel as well, posting theories in the Patreon lounge if you're a Patreon subscriber. Every Tuesday night here.
That's right. Yeah, and if you are a Patreon subscriber of any level, including free, you get access to the GM assistant. So if you ever want to go back through all the episodes but don't want to watch them all and just read the recaps or whatever, you can get the link to that there.
It has snarky mode.
And snarky mode, which is actually quite entertaining. So shout out to the folks behind the scenes that help keep the cogs running and turning. Game design and writing, Stephen Chaney and Brandon Stoddard. Tarot design and additional writing, Robert Stoddard. Character design, Adam Schubert. Tarot and symbol design, Luana Zara. And graphic and UI design, Flora Ciratino, The Wanderer's Tome. I'm Christopher Mifsud, your game master and host for the evening, and also the creative director at Play on Words Studios. You can check us all out on cool things on Play on Words Studios all the times. And so we'll see you next Tuesday in the shadows, 9 p.m. Eastern on Twitch or YouTube or wherever you catch us at. So thanks again to all the folks who watch us every week, because we appreciate your support. You guys are awesome. So ciao.